This is my first ever OLED monitor, and today I'm going to be rebuilding my whole desk setup around this monitor. And if I'm being honest, this might be a lot more work than I expected. So this is the most expensive monitor that I've ever bought, and I'm not even sure if it's worth it. But I've been using the same monitor for like 3 years now, so it's time for some change. I don't usually spend this much on a monitor, so I kinda needed this to actually be worth it. Because if not, I'll have to package it up and return it, which is something I really don't want to do. It's probably better if I put this on the floor while I take it out. Before I take it out, I'm going to take off my other monitors. I think it's going to make the whole process a lot simpler. So I'm hoping this actually works the way I had planned, because if not, I'll have to take my whole desk setup apart, redo all of my cable management, just to add in 2 extra cables. So we just took off the 2 monitors from my mount. It's now time to unbox this one. We'll get this taken out of the packaging and then we'll put it on the mounts and we should be all good. It's obviously got the mount here, but I'm just going to be putting it on my monitor arm, so I'm not going to need this. I was really confused where the VESA mount was, but it turns out that it just comes with an adapter in the box. One simple trick I have learned after changing a lot of monitors and putting a lot of monitors onto VESA mounts is half screw in the top 2 screws, and then you can kind of just rest it on the mount, and then it becomes a lot more easier to tighten up and put in place. Quick tip, when changing your monitor, make sure you remember where you put stuff, because now I've just lost a G Pro Superlight 2. It turns out I haven't lost it, it was literally right on the desk the whole time. Now it's time for the best part, to peel off the protective layer. I'm going to put the mic right here so you can hear it in the best quality. It turns out I completely missed the pull tab for the monitor, so I ended up picking at the seal for like 5 minutes, but there was literally a pull tab in plain sight. The initial shock factor you get when starting up that OLED monitor for the first time is like nothing else. I can't lie, it's just completely different to anything I've ever experienced. To be honest, there's probably no way that I can go back to a more traditional panel after using OLED for the first time. And as expected, the first thing you're probably going to notice when going to an OLED panel is the blacks. As I moved my old IPS primary monitor to my second display, I have a direct comparison between IPS and OLED, and to be honest, they're completely different. Now my old monitor is an IPS panel, and I did think that had really good blacks for an IPS. I always used to think they were deep and rich, but after using the OLED, there's no way I can go back. It almost makes my old monitor look like the blacks are just a dark grey, whereas on the OLED, it finally looks like a true black. And once you see that difference, you're probably not going to be able to unsee it ever again. You're going to be so picky with it that you're going to have to use an OLED monitor for life. It's almost like a gift and a curse. Once you use it, it's really good and your whole experience has changed. But then once you use anything else, it's going to be really hard to actually use that without just thinking about using an OLED monitor. Something else that I noticed was that they don't go super bright, which for me is actually a benefit. I usually use my monitor on the lower side of the brightness anyway, because it usually tends to give me eye strain. So for me, the overall sort of dim profile is good, but just to note that they don't get extremely bright. So if you're using it in like a super bright room or something, you may have some issues. But for me, it works perfectly and just feels a lot more natural and sort of easier on the eye, like you're looking at real life and not a screen. Something else I didn't expect and I kind of forgot about was just how good the screen looks from different viewing angles. Like when you move from side to side, the picture stays completely identical. There's literally no difference. There's no color distortion. There's no image distortion. It looks the same from every single angle. It sounds really small, but it actually just feels really futuristic for some reason. It's just a cool feature that no matter where you sit around your desk, you're going to have the exact same viewing experience. And then of course, it's also just really smooth in general. Like the refresh rate is really high. Combined with the rapid response time of an OLED monitor, everything just feels instant, snappy and smooth. It's one of those things that you don't really initially notice, but once you go back to something else, you tend to notice it a lot more. And now probably one of my favorite parts of all is just the overall aesthetic and design of the panel. It's just insanely thin compared to a traditional monitor, and the bezels, well, they're basically just non-existent. And it just makes the setup as a whole feel more premium and elevated. It's kind of just lifted up the whole setup, even though I've only just changed my monitor. Even the small details like the subtle red ROG logo under the monitor add a bit of personality. And of course, the monitor's not perfect. There are a few things which I have noticed, and I'm going to point them out. They're not exactly flaws, but it's just picking here and there at small things that I've discovered. So when you unbox it, you kind of think the monitor is going to be completely edge to edge, but it's not really edge to edge because they've actually hidden some bezel in the panel. Like, it's not bad, it's still a really thin bezel, but they've kind of hidden it. You almost get catfished. You kind of think you're getting a full edge to edge display, but then you turn it on and they've like hidden the bezel inside the panel. It's not bad, but it's something that I've noticed. And then obviously the main factor with OLED, you do have to be mindful of burn-in. It can happen if you keep the same thing on the display a lot, maybe like the Windows taskbar or something. But this one has a lot of built-in protection like sensors, pixel maintenance, and just a lot of features that should help you not get burn-in, but you still do have to be mindful of that. And then finally, when it comes to gaming, this is where it really stands out the most. Everything just feels a lot more real. I haven't changed any other component in my PC, but it's just elevated my gaming experience a lot. It genuinely feels like a full upgrade. When I'm playing games, it feels so natural and real. The panel is so true to life, but it has really elevated my gaming experience and almost made me feel like I'm playing on a completely different PC. So I didn't upgrade my PC, but somehow it's made me feel like I've upgraded everything.